Would you look at that? Oh my goodness, it's just, like, why don't I get up this early more often to go fly? Watching the sunset is one thing. Watching the sun rise and break in a brand new day is just totally different. Like, I'm on cloud 9 right now. This is amazing. This is amazing. I do wish somebody was here to share it with me, but we'll have to settle for Otto over here. Right? Don't look at me like that.
November 80991, connect. Houston approach still on 12712.
2712, good morning, 991.
Morning.
Good morning, Houston approach, Skyhawk 80-991-9000.
Skyhawk 80991, Houston approach, copy altimeter 3005.
3005, 991.
Flying yourself on a long-distance trip in your own airplane is incredibly rewarding, and when you plan it right with locations and timing, you can turn an otherwise uneventful trip into a spectacular adventure. I get the question a lot asking how I even begin to plan a long trip in a general aviation airplane, and I've found that a lot of owners of small airplanes hardly ever get out of their local area to take a long trip. I need to head to Orlando, Florida from Texas to be a groomsman in a friend's wedding, and the obvious option is to airline and make it a quick trip, but flying to and from Florida in our 172 will honestly come out to about the same price in fuel, so I might as well take a full day and just fly myself. For those of you who follow the channel, November 80991 is back online. After a long process of overhauling the engine due to high time, it's back up and running and the engine is purring better than ever. In this video, we're going to walk through how I go about planning a multi-leg trip, items I like to carry in the airplane on these trips, tools I use to plan, etc. Let's get to it. The rest of these items are going to go in this backpack, drone, all that kind of stuff in there. This is Pelican Bravo, computer, equipment, camera charging. Over here is Pelican Alpha, survival kit, flight bag, tripod. I get all that stuff packed up and ready to go, then we'll move on to packing the personal stuff, suitcase, duffel bag, all that. And then once all that's done, we weigh it. So that will be there, and I believe I'm good to go. So we're going to take a look at the iPad here, and first we're going to do a weight and balance for 80991 based on all of the equipment that we have. Everything's been weighed, I wrote down the weights for everything. And then after that, we're going to look at our entire route of flight and we're going to start picking our fuel stops. Okay, so first we're going to do the weight and balance here on ForeFlight. We're going to go over to More and tap Weight and Balance. And we're going to choose 80991, and then here is the weight and balance envelope. So that being said, I know the stuff that I want in the back seat is my flight bag, camera, backpack, and the survival equipment, and I want all of that stuff within an arm's reach of me from the front seat. So let's go ahead and calculate that. We're going to hit edit, and in the aft seats here, we're going to say add new load. The survival kit weighs 10 pounds. I'm going to add a new load, call this the backpack, 25 pounds, flight bag, and that one weighs 10 pounds. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So let's hit edit again, and let's go to baggage area A. We're going to add Pelican Bravo. The suitcase is going to be 25 pounds. We'll go ahead and load our duffel bag, garment bag with my suit for the wedding. Pelican Alpha. So just for the fun of it, let's go up here and let's add a 200-pound co-pilot and see where that puts us. And that actually shifted our CG forward and obviously brought us up closer to max gross weight. So it doesn't look like it's going to be possible to have any sort of a backseat passenger with all my gear in here, but we can absolutely handle a 200-pound co-pilot. So that is a complete weight and balance. Now watch this. This is so cool. You can go to the box with the arrow at the top and hit print, and it'll recognize my printer. I want double-sided, and let's go do 2 copies. And there we are. A nice weight and balance report. And right down here it says in the notices, loading appears okay. It shows exactly where everything is, all of your data here, and it lists everything for your takeoff weight and your landing weight. We've got our entire route here. Obviously, we're not doing this direct. 400 nautical miles with no wind is generally my limit in 80991. So we've got the entire route here. We're gonna go on filters, scroll all the way down and click fuel 100 low lead. So we're gonna use 2 fingers here and tap and hold, and you get this ruler. So I'm gonna put one end of this right on San Marcos, and I'm gonna get the other end where it's about 350 or so nautical miles away. So right in here somewhere is where I need to be looking. So let's zoom into kind of Baton Rouge and let's see what's around. We got False River, that's $3.95 a gallon. Down here we got Louisiana Regional, $4.54 a gallon. $4.54 is still not bad. Let's toy with going to Port of South Louisiana. KAPS. So that's 379 nautical miles on our first leg. So from APS to Quincy, that's 314 nautical miles, and that's a little short for my taste. So we can go where I went last time, and that is Perry Foley. 40 Juliet. So I'm going to fly virtually the exact same route I flew to Sun and Fun. So we'll kind of plan for that. And that way, on this route from New Orleans, or Port of South Louisiana, just to the northwest New Orleans, we'll fly in front of downtown New Orleans, and we get to kind of chase the coast here. And that's just kind of a cool area to just chase the coast. It's really picturesque, really pretty. And then eventually we'll cut in from the coast and go inland, right around Panama City, and then right into Perry Foley. 379 on the first leg, 364 on the second leg, and 133 on the last leg. So that's pretty much how I plan the flight. I think that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. From here into Port of South Louisiana, just outside New Orleans. From there, we'll fly over to Perry Foley, Florida, following the Gulf Coast. And then from there, we'll go from Perry Foley into Apopka, Orlando Apopka. It's gonna be an awesome day of flying. I wanna go to bed in about 20 minutes. It's getting close to 9 p.m. and I wanna be up at 3 a.m., out by 3:30. I wanna be wheels up by 6 a.m. And that'll give me about an hour of flight time before the sun rises. A long solo trip, a long solo cross country. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna remind me why I love flying so much. And this is gonna be awesome. Come along. All right, I think we're all good to go. Truck's loaded up. It's 3:40 in the morning. So we're a little late, but that's okay. I'm probably gonna make up for it in the drive down to the airport. There should be no traffic. Let's hit the road.
Eight 0991, hold for release. Clear the Alpha Papa Sierra Airport via the radar vectors direct. Victor Uniform Hotel, Sierra Bravo India direct. Maintain 3,000, expect 9,000. Your departure frequency is 119.0, squawk 4501.
We'll hold for the release. We're clear to the Alpha Papa Sierra Airport via radar vectors direct to Galveston and Sabine Pass, then direct. Climb and maintain 3,000, expect 9,000. Departure frequency 119.0, squawk 4501, 80991.
991 readback is correct. Advise number 1, ready to go on your departure runway.
Wilco 80991.
Houston, good morning, American 160411, climbing to 13.
Correct 1604.
119 over the ground.
Climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, American 1604, thank you.
This right here is what it's all about. Oh, how beautiful is this? Just those colors. It's like a fiery orange at the bottom and then it kind of fades to a pale blue. This is going to be an epic sunrise. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that I'm going to witness the most spectacular sunrise in Aviation 101 history. And I've got some very nice cameras in the cockpit here that are going to help me capture this. Getting up at 3 a.m. was totally worth it. It's already worth it, and the sun hasn't even come up yet, but I'm starting to see the fiery orange start to show on the clouds up here. This is just going to be epic.
Mark 2 Lima Alpha, turn 10 degrees right for your climb. Southwest 3151, descend to maintain 10,000. 10, 10,000, 3151. Air Shuttle 6294, contact approach 127.12, good day.
127.2, Air Shuttle 6294.
127.12.
2712, Air Shuttle 6294.
Yeah.
All's good. Alright, our panel lights are off, and all of our displays have the brightness turned up so we can see them now. And we should be getting a turn kind of to the northeast here momentarily.
Time wind up Yankee, cleared visual approach, runway 12, contact Beaumont Tower, 119.5, good morning.
Good morning.
0991, descend and pause question, maintain 3,000.
PD down to 3,000, 80991. Alright, PD down to 3. We'll go ahead and put our altitude bug on that. For those of you who have seen the movie Airplane, congratulations. For those who have not seen the movie Airplane, shame on you. This pillow is in reference to that movie. So Otto over here is tagging along, helping out in the cockpit, right? Don't look at me like that. 80991 vacating 9,000.
991 West, traffic no backer.
Roger. Alright, we'll use the power back just a little bit.
To maintain 4,000.
And we're getting a yellow on the engine monitor. That's just for fuel. Descent checklist mixture enriching. Let's give it a couple swipes in. Fuel selector is on both the carb heat. We don't need it. ATIS and AWAS, we have got it. We've got all the weather. Altimeter 3016 is what it was. And altimeters cross-checked and calibrated, and instruments cross-checked and calibrated. Descent checklist complete. New Orleans approach, Skyhawk 80991 has the airport in sight. We can cancel IFR.
Falcon 991, Roger, IFR cancellation received. Radar service terminated, Squawk VFR, and drive the frequency approved.
Well, Squawk and Talk VFR 80991. I got a quick question for you, too.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, we're going to depart here in just a little while after this fuel stop. We're going to proceed eastbound toward Florida VFR, and we'd like to see if we could transition across New Orleans on the south shore of Pontchartrain.
Number 991, expect that. Just return this frequency we're at a depart.
Okay, Wilco, appreciate it. All right, descending through 7,000, and we are squawking and talking VFR. Squawk VFR, obviously, and then talk VFR is just what I say for change to advisory. Squawk and talk VFR. They get the idea. We have made it to the other side of the Mississippi River. We are over some swampland here, mainly off to our left. Off to our right, there's, you know, lots of farmland against the river there and stuff, but off to our left, it's nothing but trees, and you know that all looks dry, but if the sun were to glint off the ground down there, you would actually see that that's all water, and that's all swamp. You do not want to put it down there. I would definitely be junting over to this highway. Put it down on the highway. Port of South Louisiana traffic, Skyhawk 80991 is over the top of the runway now, transitioning from west to east. We're going to enter the left downwind for runway 17, full stop, Port of South Louisiana. Port of South Louisiana traffic, Skyhawk turning a left downwind, runway 17, full stop, Port of South Louisiana. Pre-landing brakes, pedal test, landing light is on, autopilot's off, seatbelts, shoulder harnesses are on, mixture set for best power, carb heat's on. Fuel on both flaps is required. We are already in the wide arc, carb heat's out. 1,1000, 2,1000, 3,1000. Add the first notch of flaps. And let's get the nose down. We do have a displaced threshold. We need to make sure we land past that. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh yeah, these are the wetlands. Lots and lots of water down there. You don't want to go down out here. Port of South Louisiana traffic, Skyhawk 80991, left base runway 17, full stop, Port of South Louisiana. 1,1000, 2,1000, 3,1000, flaps 20. Port of South Louisiana, Skyhawk turning final, 17, full stop, Port of South Louisiana. Let's get 30 degrees flaps, 1,1000, 2,1000, 3,1000. Ooh, a little bumpy. We'll float down the runway just a little bit. We'll keep this nose down. This is you can barely see the markings on this runway. I knew it was here because last time I was here, but that is a displaced threshold. You don't want to land before that. Alright, a little nose up trim, 65 knots. Let's give it a little bit of right rudder. And we're just going to hold it off in the flare here. There we are. And just like that, that's how you test a stall horn. Port of South Louisiana traffic, Skyhawk 80991 is clear of the runway, Port of South Louisiana.
Alright, very nice and uneventful flight. Made it here to Port of South Louisiana Executive Regional Airport. And nice place. I've been here before. Reasonable price on fuel, $4.50 a gallon. And it's overall just a nice airport, nice FBO. There was absolutely nobody here last time I came here, but I just know that it's a good fuel stop and it's a good place to stop. So we're going to grab some gas and continue on. That's 1 leg down and 2 to go until I make it to my final destination of Apopka, Florida. I'm going to divide this day into 2 parts because on the next leg I go into quite a bit of detail about the items that I think are important to carry on a long trip in an airplane, and that deserves its own video. Getting up super early for this flight was extremely rewarding, and I forgot just how much I love seeing the sun rise from the cockpit. Shout out to this video's sponsors. They make this content possible, and you can find links to all of their websites down in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, you can shop merch and gear at aviation101.com/store, and you can gain exclusive access to content and giveaways at aviation101.com/cockpit club. I'll be posting the full-length footage of my planning processes on there soon. Keep an eye out for that second video, and until next time, I want you to stay happy, healthy, and current, and of course, stay proficient. Fly safe, and we'll see you in the next one.